The Leafs will try once again to close out their first-round playoff series with the Senators tonight for a look ahead to Game 6 of the Battle of Ontario. Let's go live to CB24's Beatrice Vaisman at Scotiabank Arena. I think you said earlier today this is a movie you've seen before. Was it called Groundhog Day?
It was, Jamie. I think you and I have seen this movie over and over and over and over. And I think Leafs fans are tired of it. They want something else, not a sequel. They want something completely different to actually watch. And for the first 3 games in this series, we were watching another movie. And then Game 4 happened. And then Game 5 happened. And it was worse than the one before. And so tonight, wipe that all clean. It's a fresh slate. There's a lot of pressure on the players as well. Here's Austin Matthews on how the locker room is dealing with that pressure.
You just try to block all that stuff out. I mean, the main focus is on the guys in the room, is on the team, and just playing for one another. That's really all there is to it. All the outside noise, all that stuff. It's it just is what it is. It's not something that you really focus on really at all.
Coach Craig Berube, Jamie, talking about this is not just about the core 4. This is about the entire team coming together, working together tonight to overcome the demons, the obstacles, whatever you want to call them, to actually clinch this series. I mean, fans were really pumped when they were up 3-0 in this series. This was the first time in a couple of decades these guys were giving the fans something to cheer about. They finished first in their division this series. They're an excellent team. They've played a lot better than Ottawa, but certainly Ottawa now giving them a run for their money. And the Sens players today saying they're playing like they've got nothing to lose. Their backs are up against the wall. For the fans, though, there is a lot to lose. They're hanging their hopes on this team. And again, while they've experienced disappointment before, and I've been in the square many times after a loss when the fans say, there's always next year. That's not how the fans feel this time around. Here's some reaction from some of the people I've been chatting with here at Scotiabank Arena.
It's heart-wrenching and nerve-wracking, and we're all in the same boat as fans.
Belief?
Always belief.
The ice didn't look good at the old place here. The puck was bouncing around pretty bad for everybody. Few bad calls, but I think they'll do all right.
So it's not the players that was bad, it was the ice and the calls.
That's right.
Okay.
They're a good team. Have faith. Don't break your ankles jumping off the bandwagon.
I love that. Even these fans, right? The puck was bouncing off the ice. The refs were making bad calls, and sometimes they do, but they're so hesitant to actually put the blame on the players. And certainly if they don't win tonight, there will be a lot of blame on the players this time around. Jamie, fans hoping that they can actually breathe a sigh of relief, exhale tonight as the Leafs are back in the nation's capital, hoping to clinch Game 6. And this is my lucky scarf I'm wearing for tonight's game. I hope it doesn't serve a dual purpose to be wiping my tears. I don't want to be doing that tonight. So let's go, Leafs. Come on.
Thank you so much, B. And for more on what to expect from the latest installment in the Battle of Ontario, we're joined now live by Hot Take Hockey host John Rivera. It's great to chat with you, John. Wow, I know we've been down this road before when it comes to the Leafs toying with our emotions. Let's talk about the momentum switch, especially from Ottawa's side. What's your take on that, and what do the Leafs need to do to kind of slam the brakes on this momentum?
Thanks, Jamie. And yes, I'm pretty sure I was with you last year after Game 7. So we're in the same spot almost, not quite there yet. So I think there's some positives to take away from Toronto. But Jamie, I think a lot of credit needs to be given to Ottawa. And I think that's the one thing that's being missed here from a lot of Leaf fans and the media is that Ottawa's a good team. Like, they have one of the better defense groups in the Eastern Conference, a rising group, and a goaltender in Linus Ullmark that can get hot at any time. When he's on, and he was on in the second half of this season, he was one of the better goalies in the National Hockey League. So that's kind of what's happened here. The Leafs have allowed Linus Ullmark to get a little hot here. He gets the shutout in Game 5. I think on both sides here, there's some trends that are going the opposite direction of what we saw through Games 1, 2, and 3. The Leafs were the most dominant team on the power play early on in the series, and now they're 0 for 7 in their last 7 attempts on the power play. So that's a massive concern here for the Toronto Maple Leafs. But the Ottawa Senators have been able to shut them down. They have a good goalie in Linus Ullmark. But I think what we're seeing here, Jamie, is a Leafs team that is now more battle tested and a different head coach with a different mindset. I think there was a lot more panic and a lot more of that rookie emotion from Sheldon Keefe, where Craig Berube, you could tell this guy's won a Stanley Cup. It's a lot more calm, cool, collective. So while the Ottawa Senators are celebrating a Game 5 win, Craig Berube thinks it's all business, and he's ready to win on the road in Game 6 in Ottawa.
Yeah, he said it's business as usual, pretty much. First 5 games, we've had 15 goals for the Leafs from 9 different players, but only 3 of those goals have come from Marner, Matthews, and Nylander. Obviously, there's a lot of expectations from our core 4, who haven't really put up a lot of goals. Now they have put up about 6 points each for each of them. What are you expecting from those guys tonight?
No, great point. And I'll say this. Happy birthday to William Nylander. It's his birthday today, but no celebrations until you can put this away. You can put the series away and hopefully a win tonight. For those 3 guys, I think it's actually different issues across the board. I think Mitch Marner, we've seen the hesitation and the nervousness when it comes to these big games. He really hasn't scored a big goal in a big game in the playoffs. We saw it at 4 Nations for Team Canada, but when he's wearing the blue and white, we just haven't seen it. Since the 2018-2019 season, he hasn't scored a goal in games 5, 6, and 7. That's a massive concern for a guy that wants a big payday this offseason and who you want to see perform in the playoffs. For Auston Matthews, it's been a bit of injury stuff. It's been a bit of unluckiness. Like, I think when you look at Auston Matthews' last game, he hits the post where it could have been a 1-1 or 2-1 hockey game. The game before, in the overtime, when it's the 4-minute power play, Auston Matthews hits the post, and no one is talking about any issues regarding this team. That's a sweep. It's series over, and that's just how slim the margins are in the playoffs. If that goes posted in, we're not talking about any of this. And for William Nylander, I think sometimes the calm, cool, collective aspect for William Nylander is too calm, too cool. And I think for William Nylander, he needs to set those boundaries and expectations. In a situation where you need that clutchness, William Nylander's been there. But on the missed back check, he's sometimes a little bit too laid back, and I think Nylander needs to adjust that a little bit tonight.
Well, he's got Max Pacioretty joining him and Tavares on the lineup. From what we understand tonight, we'll see how that mixes things up. John Viveros, we appreciate your time, and go Leafs go.
Go Leafs go. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.